everyone, my name is Tina. They call me Lady T because I'm a lady. And today we're going to talk about how to start a clothing line on a budget. Now I did this video about 2 years ago, but I'm redoing it because I added some points to it. Just started my clothing company under my name. It's called Tina Summers Label. I started about 2 years ago. It's still fairly new because I'm doing a lot of new ventures through the clothing line. I recently sent my collection to Russia to shoot my lookbook, and that's super exciting. I shot with this awesome photographer. I can't really pronounce his name. I'm going to have it below the screen. It was like Art Mativano or something. Forgive me if I just slaughtered your name, Art. But if you're ever in Russia, please feel free to look him up. He's amazing. So the first step you want to do is contact your local county clerk's office. And there you'll be able to register your business under the name you like. They're going to do a quick search, and if the name is available, you're going to fill out an application, and you're going to pay about $27. And once that's done, they're going to issue a packet with the tax ID number. Now this is super crucial because with this tax ID number, you have to actually open up a bank account. Now I went through Chase, and I believe it was about $100, and I used that tax ID number to open that bank account. So the next step you're going to do is register your business in an article or a newspaper. So you're going to get published pretty much. And this is an easy step. After I left the county clerk's office, there were like maybe 20 people standing outside handing me flyers, pretty much begging me to publish my new business in their newspaper or magazine. And that cost about 40 bucks, so that was pretty simple. The next step is very important to the success of your new clothing line, and that's creating a collection. Now a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to just make a tutu skirt, I'm going to throw glitter on it, suspenders, and I'm going to be like Coco Chanel or something. Well, unless you're marketing to a ghetto ballerina, you might not want to go that route. The first thing you probably want to do is find out who your target audience is, like who you're going to sell your clothing to. So for me, I'm selling my clothing to young hipster girls. Girls who like trends, but also like a little bit of vintage. So I know my market, and I know that there's people out there that would like to buy my clothes. So I gear my designs around my audience, my customers pretty much. After you created your collection, the next step would be a photo shoot. Now imagery is pretty much the forefront of your business. Aside from your website, it's pretty much your first impression. So you make sure that you create images that will best represent your clothes. A lot of images that I've seen of people's clothing lines are dark, the lighting is terrible, the models are super yeasty. You don't want none of those terrible points. Make sure you get top-notch models. You can get them from Model Mayhem or model.com. And if you're not sure what a top-notch model is, open up a fashion magazine and look what other companies are doing, what models they're hiring, and pretty much mimic that to resemble what you'd like to do for your own clothing line. If it works for them, I'm pretty sure it'll work for you. After you did your photo shoot and you have some awesome images, the next step is to make your presence known online, and that's with a website. And I know websites can be extremely expensive, and there's plenty of ways to cut corners on that. Well, I had a friend, he tried to charge me $2,000 to create a website. Now, I'm a lady, but not that kind of lady, honey, so I had to go with something free. Now, there are plenty of websites, if you do your research, on free websites that you can create yourself. For example, I'm using Wix. And that's just drag and paste and publish, honey, because I am not technical, so that totally worked for me. But Wix is not the only website. There's Weebly, there's several websites. If you do your research, I'm sure you can find more than I have. But yeah, totally look into it. And I believe the hosting is about roughly $3 to $12 a month. So that's definitely up my alley, if you know what I mean. So now that you have your website, you have your images, your collection, you have your target audience, the very last step, which is super important, is marketing. Because what good is it if you have an awesome clothing line and no one knows you're there. One of the main platforms that I used for my clothing line is YouTube. There's millions of people on YouTube that do search about fashion and clothing and unique pieces from indie designers like yourself. So definitely utilize platforms like YouTube, create a blog. Pinterest is one. Pinterest, now to be honest, Pinterest has brought me several customers, new clients all the time. So hit up Pinterest, create vision boards of your products, not only your products, but definitely post other designers too, because they definitely like when you do that. Now those are my tips on creating a successful clothing line on a budget. I will be showing you images from my photo shoot in Russia at the end of this video, and tune in my next video when I explain how I make money through my clothing ventures. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe. Bye.